Okay, today I'm going to show you how I stretch the dough for my sourdough pizzas. So the dough was made 2 days ago. It's been in the fridge for 48 hours now, cold retard. It's important to have everything prepared ahead of time. I have my vegetable marinade, combination of 3 different types of Italian olives, some dried tomatoes, onions, pepperoncinis, artichoke hearts, also some roasted red peppers as well. My shredded cheese, this is obviously ready ahead of time. One little thing I like to do is like to put my cheese down on the dough first. That creates a bit of a barrier to help avoid soggy bottoms on your pizza crust. So this will melt and prevent all this vinaigrette, the marinade, getting into the crust. This is the dough, and it's important to have a little bowl or plate of flour. And I make a 9-inch individual size pizza. The skillet has been in the oven for an hour as it was preheating to 550 degrees. It's on my baking steel, that way it's gonna be super hot. I've just turned on one burner, that way when the skillet comes out and is on the oven, it'll keep as much heat as possible. Okay, so here's the dough. First we want to release it from its bowl. It's been sitting in olive oil, so it should come out very easily. There you go. And you place that onto your flour. So you want to just make sure this is nicely floured. Get flour all over it so it doesn't stick on your counter. Okay, so that looks good. So place it on your counter. What we're going to try to do is squash the middle, starting from the center towards what will be the cornichon when it bakes. We're sort of moving the gases from the center towards the crust where we really want them. That way you'll get a nice big open cornichon when it's finished. Okay, so we've walked all the gases over, and then we're going to be picking it up and stretching it. We're going to stretch it and rest it on our knuckles. So I use the knuckles of my 2 thumbs, that we don't poke holes through it. And you're just going to let it stretch with gravity. So pick that up, place it on your thumbs, and then just stretch it. So I open that way and also let the weight of gravity stretch it. Okay, until you think you have it about the right size for your skillet. That's still a tiny bit small, so I'm just going to go just a little larger. Okay, to me that is approximately the right size. Okay, that's one thing. And then the next thing is to get the sizzling hot skillet out of the oven. Place that on your cooktop. Okay, so this is the scary part, getting this into the skillet. So you obviously don't want to touch the skillet and burn yourself. So just gently place that in. And fortunately, you have a bit of time to rearrange this. You can get that right out to the edges. Great. Next thing is dressing it. So cheese on first. So a layer of cheese. This will really help prevent the marinade from making the crust soggy. So I like to make sure that's well covered so it'll protect. That looks pretty good. And then the marinade next. Okay, let me just get some of these larger parts, like the artichokes on first. 5 artichokes, so that looks good. And then trying to drain some of this and placing this down. Try to drain a little bit of the marinade. It's hard to make it completely dry. Pit it all as we're going to hold some marinade. Not bad. Good. So now that just needs to go in the oven. goes in at 550 for 8 minutes. I'm going to turn it halfway through. Turn that off. Okay, so the timer just went off and the pizza is ready. So what do you think? That's what the pizza looks like. Take it out. That crazy bubble was because the dough got caught there on the edge. That was unfortunate. It'll obviously still tastes fine, but that bubble is a little bit crazier than normal. Okay, so you can see how crispy the bottom of this is. I can lift it out of there just in one fell swoop. So now, since there's two of us, this is going to go back in the oven. I wonder if I can get that off, actually, that little bit of burnt crust. Oh yeah, that's easy to get off, of course. This cast iron skillet's so hot. So that needs to go back in the oven for the next pizza. So now a little closer up of the pizza. It almost has leopard spots, which is actually pretty good considering it's just a home oven.